Hello everyone, Tutu Mora here with the Y, bringing you tools to feel well in your body, mind, and spirit. Hiking in the fall can be such a lovely way to just be present with yourself, to be present within nature, and to get some good exercise in, right? And it's so important to stretch your body before you hike. So even depending on the difficulty of your hike, even if it's just a walk outside, it's a nice idea to stretch and warm up your muscles before you do so. It's a good way to prevent injury and just to let your body kind of really move efficiently while you're walking, while you're hiking. So today, you won't need any props. We're gonna do a stretching sequence that it's in the invitation that you take this before you hike, but you can also take this afterwards or indeed any time of the day that feels like you just need to stretch. So let's take a step back. Finding your feet about hip distance apart. And we're just gonna start by bringing our arms out sides. So shoulders are down and away from the ears. Taking a couple deep breaths right in through the rib cage, and let's flex at the wrist, reaching right through the heels of those hands, keeping those shoulders down, so we don't want any of this. And fingertips towards the floor. Let's take that again. Little flex and reverse. Let's hold our flex here. We're gonna give a little thumbs up. And we're gonna lift those arms up without lifting the shoulders, so you feel a nice stretch across the chest and bring them down. Let's take that again. Lifting without lifting the shoulders. So you can really feel your shoulder blades gliding down as you lift your arms. Couple more. Making sure that you're still breathing. And gradually exploring the range of motion that you have to lift your arms without lifting your shoulders. Can you take it all the way up? So, taking a look at those shoulders, lifting those arms without lifting those shoulders, as opposed to, so see what feels possible. See where that lift ends. Let your shoulders help you discover where the end of your range is. Nice. And then keeping your arms outstretched, let's just start to take a little twist. Now, let's keep those shoulders down. Let's keep your arms wide here for a couple, so you can really move with that wide open chest. And then you can gradually start to let your arms become loose. Couple more. And then you can drop your arms. Just feel the difference through your chest all the way down your arms as well. Now let's come down to the lower body here. So I want you to take a nice wide stance, almost as wide as you can. Feet are still squarely facing. I'll tilt my screen down a little bit here. Feet are still squarely facing, or as square as feels good, the wall in front of you. Now what I want you to do is start to bend. We're just gonna begin to take this from side to side. Now if you notice that your knees are coming pretty far over your toes, let's widen that stance a little bit. So if you've got long legs, it'll feel really wide. We're gonna take this gently from side to side, warming up that inner line of the leg. We're gonna take a couple more, and then we're gonna deepen into this. So on the next one, as we take this over to the side, we're gonna sit back into our sit bones, keeping that alignment of the spine. We're gonna hinge at the hips, take this forward and back, and to the other side. Again, sitting back into those sit bones so you hinge from the hips. And then back. So I'll turn to the side so you can see. So we've got our nice wide stance. Now I'm taking this to one side. You can see that I'm sitting back into my sit bones. My spine is staying in alignment as I hinge. So I'm not rounding the spine. I'm not dropping my head down or rounding my back. I'm really keeping that flat back, sitting back into my sit bones as I hinge from the hips. And then take it up, taking that to the other side. Again, sitting back into those sit bones because that's what's gonna give you that nice stretch through the hips. And keeping that alignment of the spine, and up. Let's take a couple more. Deepening this stretch each time. And then we'll come back to just side to side, noticing how that feels. Couple more. All the way back up. Now, as you shift your hips from side to side, noticing that difference through the inner line of the leg. Now, let's again find that stance hip distance apart with the feet, and we're gonna start to articulate down the spine. I'll turn to the side so you can see what we're gonna do with the legs. But this time you do get to round the spine. I want you to start to articulate down. You can keep a soft bend through the knees. Stopping if you feel any tension or tightness, but see where you can come down to. So if you need to, if you're not able to make it to the floor and you need to have a chair nearby, so I've got this reformer machine here. So if I were only to make it down here, I could pause here with a soft bend through the knees and just let my hands have something to rest on. So find what works for you. If you're able to make it down to the floor though, that's great. And we're gonna just bend one knee. Let the opposite heel sink towards the floor and switch. Let the rest of your spine be loose. Just let it be easy, as if you could shake your head gently from side to side. There would be no stiffness there. We'll just take this from side to side. Feeling that stretch through the hips, through the hamstrings, quads, calves. And then you can stack yourself back up. Keep that softness through the knees here. And again, shifting through the hips, seeing how that feels. Nice. Last thing that we're gonna do here, stepping back, and I want you to, again, find your feet planted, hip distance apart, and we're just gonna move our hips around in a circle. Feet stay planted. So we're gonna move this around, moving your hips around your ankles. Even though it feels small, see if you can take this a little bit bigger each time, almost like you're doing a slow hula hoop. Noticing if your feet wanna pick up off the floor, and see if you can let them stay nice and firmly planted. And then let's reverse. Last one. All right, so I hope you feel a little looser, a little bit better able to approach your hike with confidence and really feeling efficient as you move. So your hips feel nice and loose, your muscles through your legs, your chest feels nice and open, you're ready to go and enjoy your day. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you back here next time on the Wise Recharge with Us from Home series. Take care.